348-1007. Send me a text, 35192. You can watch live if you like at alancoxshow.com. The iHeartRadio app. You can listen from anywhere throughout North America. A lot of people are asking me if the Alan Cox Show 10th anniversary special is a ticketed event. It is absolutely not. We'd love to have you out. It's going to go down Monday, December the 16th. It will be the last live show of 2019. We're going to do the show live from Slim and Chubby's in Strongsville. I think they also have a Cleveland location. We're going to be at the one in Strongsville on Prospect. So it's going to be Monday, December the 16th, the 10th anniversary of this show in Cleveland to the day. So we're going to have some special guests. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have fun. Just walk in and hang out, man. There's no ticket. So it's going to be a good time. We're all going to be there, yes?
All going to be there.
Mary's going to be there, and Poundcake, and Bill.
After this
maybe
weekend,
me. Yeah. Huh?
After this weekend, I'm not out of town for quite some time.
Yeah?
I'm here
Kicking
all
it at
next
home
week,
for the holidays?
16th, yeah. I don't go out of town again until January 23rd. So you guys are stuck with me for a few weeks.
Where are you going then?
I'm going to a casino gig in West Virginia.
Okay.
We have a show on the 25th.
All right, just want to make sure.
I'm not you. When I put gigs down, I remember them.
I remember the one gig in 15 years.
I'm just saying.
One gig in 15 years.
The only reason your birthday present worked is because I knew you weren't going to remember the show that I told you you were doing. That's what happened. I booked you on a fake show that you forgot about until the day of.
Well,
and
it was fake, and it felt fake, and that's why I didn't.
Don't you dare even say that. No. I know we have a show on the 25th. But yes, so you guys have me until January 23rd is my next day that I'll be out.
Is that all between you two?
Well, he's going to sit here and act like, well, are you going on the 23rd? Like I'm not going to be back. I'm a responsible adult.
Sure.
Why do you take such personal affront to that?
Because
he's
that's
just
like,
asking a question.
No, he said it with a tone
sure.
of, like, I wasn't responsible enough to remember the gig that I had booked with him. Am I wrong? Did he not sound like that?
I don't know.
I wasn't saying that you're not responsible enough. I'm saying you have a lot going on, and it's one of those things that's easy to overlook.
Mm-hmm. I did not overlook it. I'm not stupid.
So you're saying that he's implying that you're so busy that you'll forget things.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though I imagine that you have a calendar in your phone.
I have so many things.
That you put things on.
I have a calendar in my phone. I have a Google calendar that I share with my college agent. I have all kinds of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
college agent.
And she hasn't got me anything yet. It's not that big of a deal. I have one.
College agent.
Well, she texts me like every other weekend, is like, any updates to your Google calendar? And I'll like go in and put in what I have. She actually just texted me today and was like, hey, I'm looking at these dates. Do you still have them free? And I'm like, yeah, waiting on you to book me again.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
If I can crack into that business, that'd be pretty cool. But
Cavaliers are at home tonight playing Chauncey Billups and the Detroit Pistons. That is a 7 o'clock tip-off tonight at the Romo Fijo.
Romo Fijo.
Romo Fijo. So 6:30 is when the pregame coverage will begin here on MMS. Cavs, Pistons on your FM home for Cleveland Cavaliers basketball. 100.7 WMMS.
This is a game we can actually win.
The Eagle.
Detroit's pretty bad.
We're kind of in the same. We're breathing the same air.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a winnable game.
Yeah, I see.
So I'm excited. I'm going tonight with our
They're
friend
doing
James
a
Burge.
little worse than we are.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be a good time. Good seats.
Oh yeah, you going to be courtside so you can high five Ben Wallace?
He just said that. Well, Ben Wallace is long retired.
Bill Laimbeer? High five Bill Laimbeer?
Not a player anymore.
Rich Hamilton.
George Wallace.
Hi-oh, up there. No, up top.
No, these are all people that have retired.
George Yardley.
Many years ago.
High five.
Never even heard of him.
Oh, okay. You don't remember George Yardley?
No.
In the 1950s Detroit Pistons?
Yeah, can't say that I do.
All right, fine.
It's going to be a good time tonight, though. Still love going to basketball games.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin,
yeah, there you go.
Yummy,
Blake
yummy.
Griffin.
Yeah.
He plays for Detroit?
Yep.
Yeah, he has. I always
He's
forget
on the
that
team.
he does.
I
Wow.
think is he hurt right now or is he finally back?
Don't know.
I don't know if he's playing tonight.
He's one hot black ginger.
Black
you
ginger.
think he's good looking?
Yeah, he's
He looks
so
weird
hot.
to me. There's
No,
something off. I think he's just too
Is it
big.
the high?
He's black and ginger.
Sometimes when people are that big, they look weird. I'm
Okay.
serious. Like when you see someone who's like 6'8", and you're like,
A
he's
heightist.
too much. No, I'm not a heightist. I prefer someone between 5'7" and 6'8". Yeah, I'm a heightist.
Someone you don't have to get crane your neck to
Right.
do things
No,
with.
do you know what I'm talking about? It's
I do
almost
know
like
what
they
you're
have, like,
talking. Tall.
giant-
I'm familiar with
some
tall
people,
people.
yes.
No, like their faces are too big.
Like they have
They're
Marfan
gigantic.
syndrome or something.
Giantism.
I understand. Gigantism.
What's that guy that plays? I think he plays for the. They do have that, and then they
That's
have
what I'm saying,
like
they
the
look
two deep
weird.
voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ask him like, hey, "What's your strategy out there today?"
Yeah. George Mirasan. Remember that guy? Remember
Yeah.
George
Is that
Mirasan?
the guy with the chair?
He was like 7'7".
He did.
Yeah.
He might be dead now. Those
think he
guys
did
always seem
die.
to die early. But he did a movie in like the '80s with. Was it My Giant?
That was
Yes!
90s, the 90s.
It was
yeah.
Billy
I
Crystal
remember that.
and George Mirasan, who was like a Romanian player for the. I forget who he played for, but
My Giant. I remember that movie.
There's the
Wow.
guy, he plays for the Mavericks. His name's Boban Marjanovic.
there you go.
And he's 7'4",
It's too much.
and he is just straight monster face.
George Mirasan is still alive.
Oh, is he?
He's 7'5". He's the tallest player ever in the National Basketball Association.
That's not true because Sean Bradley was 7'6", and I think there's a guy right now that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. He was 7 feet 7.5
That's what
inches.
I thought he was taller than
Yeah,
him.
7'7".
Because they
Jesus
were in the league at
Christ.
the same time. Sean Bradley was 7'6", and George Mirasan was 7'7".
Now a thing like
and now there's a new guy
But
that
they
plays
also
for the
can't
Celtics.
even move. They're like
they're not fast, but
Yeah.
like how do you? He's just
You
out
can't trip
there
over him, yeah.
like Easter Island.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn! I remember when like those guys would play. He played for Milwaukee, I think, or something. Because I remember him being in Chicago a lot. Like
He
they
played
would.
for the Bullets most of his
Oh,
career.
he did. Okay,
And
I-
Wizards or whatever.
All right. Well, anyway, I just remember them playing the Bulls and like. Jordan would be like around the guy's ankles. He'd be like,
Well,
Right,
Manute
like
yeah.
Bol-
Slender Man out there, you know.
Manute Bol played for a bunch of teams, and he
Manute.
was around that same height. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Manute Bol is dead. Is his son Bol still alive?
Yeah. Well,
So
Bol-
anyway, Cavs, Pistons tonight. It's going to be Rick Mahorn. It's going to be Ike Thomas. Bad boys are back, baby. It's going to be a lot of John Sally's going to be out there.
Listen, I'm just impressed by your knowledge of Pistons players from the past because these are deep.
Well, my wife's a fan. She's from Detroit, so. Oh,
Oh,
listen. I have got to let our Toronto bureau chiefs know. A, I'll see you soon. We always go for the holidays. B, there is a serial crapper who is terrorizing the UT campus.
This happens. It seems like this happens every few years on different campuses. Well,
Different
it wasn't-
American campuses. You don't certainly think about things like this going on in
we
Toronto. but-
influence the world, Alan.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
No.
It was in Akron. It wasn't on the campuses though, right? It was just
It was
around town.
Someone was pooping on people's car hoods.
Yeah.
It was my neighbor that got pooped on. He never came in our driveway, or like it wasn't on campus. It was
no,
just
it was
like
just
the houses
in Akron.
surrounding
Yeah.
it.
Well, they have had no shortages of brown eye witnesses, if you will, up there in Toronto near the University of Toronto campus, talking about a guy who has been pouring buckets of liquid fecal matter onto unsuspecting passersby.
He probably works at like for like a
man.
porta potty company or something. Where else are you gonna get buckets of liquid fecal matter?
What an evil
Maybe
person.
he
Buckets.
has.
They're eating poutine up there. He
buckets.
could find it.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no, buckets.
He can generate. You ever had poutine? He can generate it himself with just that.
Yeah, and
Buckets come in by the gallon.
right, but he could mix it. Maybe he's cutting it with water too, if it's sewage.
It was for like a 1-2 minute, and then the smell hit like 2 minutes later, and it was like a really foul smell. It's something like if you're working at a construction site, you know, one of those mobile bathrooms, and you just went in there, like a very concentrated feces-like smell.
How much waste was in the bucket, would you estimate?
It's like the one of those Home Depot like regular size, I'd say like 20-liter buckets, and it's just poured everything like down there. I was definitely traumatized. I'm very disgusted by this very lowly act.
A 20-liter bucket.
Yeah,
because
so
it
there's
is
no way
Canada,
to know
of
how
course.
much it actually.
There's
Yeah, I
simply
have
no
no
way to
idea
know.
how
But boy,
much
what
this is.
great product
That's
placement for the
10
Home
2
Depot,
liters.
right?
Right.
First, they had their CEO on Fox and Friends. That was a lot of fun.
Nancy Pelosi's husband cans tuna fish in Guam. In Guam. In Guam. Go look at the minimum wage in Guam.
Okay, good point.
And now someone with Home Depot buckets is pouring fecal matter on the poor students at the University of Toronto. They've got a photo of the suspect.
I don't know if I've ever been that mad at somebody.
He's a black guy. This sounds like white people stuff to me, but it's a black guy pouring fecal matter, the old dump and run, I guess. So far, there have been 5 victims near the University of Toronto.
Have you been that mad at somebody that you would do that to them?
Yes.
That I would pour
Now
poop
listen,
on
you
them?
have to acquire it, carry it with you, have it in your car. You have to have that poop with you for a solid amount of time before you
Good
actually
pun.
get to their car.
I don't think I'm more of a fan of like the I don't like blunt force trauma when it comes to revenge,
Mm-hmm.
right? I like the Chinese water torture of revenge.
The drip,
I
drip,
like
drip.
things, yes,
And it
just
takes a long time.
slow. You
Yeah.
don't see
So
it
you're gonna
coming.
Erode
It's-
them.
Slowly drip the poop onto their forehead.
I would
He's
never.
doing it with an eyedropper.
I would never pour fecal matter on another person.
Oh, I would never do it either. But if there's if that's my chance, and be like, okay, you have this person in this situation, and you can get away with it. Yeah, I would do it.
Really?
Yeah, in a
You'd pour a bucket of poop on someone.
Someone's car. These are their cars, not a human.
no.
Right, but you're bypassing a lot of other things.
All right,
All
wait,
you're
I
saying
thought-
is
I thought
all
this
that would
was
keep.
happening on to a human. It's on the cars.
No, these are on their cars. They're not pouring it on people, are they?
They're pouring it on people.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
they're
on
pouring it
people.
on people?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my! That was the whole point of that conversation, Mary.
When we were
thought it was
talking,
cars.
no, we were
No.
conflating. You're confusing. We were talking about the University of Akron, where people were
Yes.
pooping on. This is being
pouring
poured on
buckets
people.
of poop on humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man rolled up in each of the instances. The man rolled up on unsuspecting people, dumped a bucket of quote liquefied fecal matter on
Oh
them,
my god.
and then took off.
Literally the worst type of person. Like, the
I couldn't
worst.
do that to somebody. I don't know. I don't really care what you've done to me. Like, you'd have to have really, really pissed me off.
He at each one of these, he reportedly leaves the bucket behind, so he has access to multiple buckets. He has access to a great amount of liquefied fecal matter. He's left behind orange Home Depot buckets, which housed the feces. I like that. Ma'am, can you tell us what housed the feces?
Well, nobody's
Well,
gonna
those
catch
terms were
you.
very comfortable in a bright oranch Home Depot
What do you
bucket.
mean no one's gonna catch you?
The person you're pouring it on.
Yeah,
no
they're not
one's.
chasing
They're not
after
going to
you.
chase you because they are just over. They're like trying to figure out what just happened. to them.
They're in shock.
Yeah.
They're just.
They might have friends.
They're throwing up. Wow.
The witness said that the man poured everything out of what looked to be a 20-liter bucket. There you go. So they have someone on security camera who they believe might be a person of interest. I love this. Great writing there with the Globe and Mail. Kwong said the victims are, quote, obviously disgusted.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you're just trying to get yourself a college education, right? You have gone to a country that's extraordinarily diverse. They're very forward thinking. You know, they've got universal health care, very progressive. We can't manage that here. A lot of people will go to school in Canada. You know, you're just trying to better yourself. Maybe, huge, a lot of, Toronto has like 7 or 8 Chinatowns. A lot of Asian immigrants there, a lot of people from Japan, a lot of people from China. You're just over there. You're trying to better yourself as an individual. Maybe you're the first person in your family to go to college. Maybe you're studying, I don't know, take your pick, right? Something that will make you a productive member of society.
Pharmacy school.
Pharmacy school. There you go.
That's kind of how it feels to go to pharmacy school. To be
There's a
honest
lot
with
of
you.
hot
bunch of
pharmacists out
just
there, I'll
dump-
tell you that.
Taking a dump all over you.
Just
every
people
day.
pouring
Just,
liquefied fecal matter on you?
When you're just staring at the same organic chemistry equations, like I don't know what this is. I can't do this. Just poop.
But I imagine, though, that when you get through pharmacy school, the payoff is that you get to stand literally above everyone else when you're behind that counter and lord over your chemical fiefdom, and you get to tell people, come back in 15 minutes.
Do not take.
I don't
this
have
with your
time for
Xanax.
this right now. Come back in 15 minutes. I don't get to tell people to do that. I mean, I go, hey, we're going to take a break, come back and whatever. But I don't get to tell people, hey, you know what? I'm going to take 15 minutes off right now. Not that they're taking it off.
It might be.
But I couldn't mid-segment tell our customers, come back in 15 minutes.
Yeah, more like 10.
That's
8.5.
that's the payoff of being a pharmacist. After
Yeah.
all of that hard work,
You get to make people wait.
Well, you get to go, you need me. I don't need you. You need me. And as the highest paid person at this Target, you come back in 15 minutes.
Target has a pharmacy?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you? Were you in a coma?
I've never seen a pharmacy at a Target. Or
Every place has a
Yeah.
pharmacy now. Yeah, it's right along the back wall.
I just don't know.
Target has a pharmacy. It's one thing if you were like, "What? Costco has a pharmacy," which I don't think they do.
They do.
Oh, they do?
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
yeah, you're right. Back by
Yeah.
the protein shakes. And, yeah.
It's
Well,
just
bad
weird.
example, but
I've
Target
never-
absolutely does.
I've never heard anyone saying like, "Oh, send it to my neighborhood Target." Like I've
That's
never.
where I've gone for years.
Wow, that's so cool.
Because it's actually CVS
CVS
owns
through Target.
They bought Target's pharmacy, so now it's CVS at Target.
Yeah, because I always hear about the Drug Marts or the CVS.
See, discount Drug Mart fan over here.
I'm a Walgreens guy.
Drug Mart's cheap, I feel like. I feel like it's always cheaper to go there.
I just use Walgreens.
I just spent $70 at Drug Mart last night. I needed stuff for my house.
It saves you the runaround.
It's exactly why I went there, because I needed, like,
And you can get everything.
dryer
You're like,
sheets,
I need a loaf of
a-
bread.
yes.
I need an American flag. I need I
Right.
need God's Angel 4th of July explosive.
I needed dryer sheets, mascara, a stick lighter. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Is that what they're called? Stick lighter? The long one?
I just bought one for the candle in my office.
I needed one of those because my candles are getting kind of burnt down. I can't reach my hand in there. So I needed that. I needed, like, just random things. And I was like, Drug Mart, man.
Here's what I don't
I used to
understand.
play a
Litter.
game.
Here's what I don't understand. Speaking of those long
The stick lighters.
stick lighters, the packaging, because I just tore one out this morning when I bought that candle. The packaging says multi-purpose.
No. One purpose.
I'm curious. I literally turned the package over looking to see where they would tell me what the other purported purposes were.
Then lighting
Nothing.
things?
Literally, tell me one other purpose of that lighter.
Use it as a back
Multi-purpose.
scratcher.
Yeah?
You'd think they'd want to let you
Hey.
know that. You'd think they would put that on the back
You're
in
a
writing.
creative person. You figure out what you can use on your own.
Sword swallowing practice. Start
Sword?
with...
Doesn't
yes,
need to light up.
But it's long.
Not that long.
It's
not
why
like
it's
a sword.
practice.
Yeah.
That's why it's practice.
Beginner. Yeah. Dagger
see.
swallowing.
All right.
Mine is like a blowtorch. Like mine is like it came with a little fuel thing, and it was the only one they had. I wanted one like the basic like black and red ones. That's what I wanted.
Understood.
And this has got like a metal. It's intense, is what it is.
Like you use for like making creme brulee.
Yeah, it is. It almost like it makes that same sound
Yeah,
when you put. Yes, it's like a flamethrower. I'm like, I don't need this to light my candles. Like $11.
Oh, silly
Can you
Bill.
light-
You need a specific creme brulee torch.
Oh, do you?
To do. Oh, you silly man. This guy over here.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh, God.
AC creme torture.
Use whatever they used on my eyelid yesterday. That'll light you right up.
And
Any
cauterized your eye.
refill?
Yeah. By the way, did your cyst fill back up last night? Did your what's the old Tom Papa joke? You wake up and your pillowcase looks like syrup came out of your head.
No. All the liquid that was inside of that thing is gone. I don't have
How do you
that
feel?
anymore.
How's your eye feel? Is it?
It's fine. I have like eye drops that I put in, so it doesn't because it's an open wound. Like you don't want the infection to come back.
Is it like under your eyelid? Like if you were to flip your eyelid inside out?
No.
Where is it?
It's gone now.
But where was it? Was it in like the corner or like underneath?
It was up by my tear duct. Like I wish I had a photo of it anymore, but I did a good job at hiding.
But it was
so
your eyelid on the inside there, not towards the outside of your eye.
Yes, correct.
Toward your nose.
Toward my nose.
Right, gotcha.
But underneath your eyelid. So you
Yes,
couldn't
but-
see it just looking at your face.
Oh, it was on the inside
That's what
of
I'm
your
saying.
eyelid.
Like you would have to flip your
But yeah,
eyelid
yeah,
inside out.
And when I closed my eye, so when I noticed it, because I started blinking and I would see like a little black spot, like other than
Oh,
me
that's
closing
freaky.
so like I would like turn my eye a certain way and I would see a little black dot. I'm like, what is that? Oh my gosh, I got cancer. I'm gonna die. And so immediately I'm what's going on with my eye? Why can't I see? And then when I closed my one eye, I saw the little bump with my other eye open, and I'm like, I need to get this taken care of. So it was benign, but still.
Alan, when I smoked crack, we called those crack lighters because they lasted forever.
You're not smoking crack, are you, Mary?
I don't.
No.
I don't get why
yeah,
them
that's
last.
how I lost all the weight. I've just been smoking crack this whole time. 9 months sober though.
But I don't get the connection there. We called them crack. You called them crack lighters because you used them to light your crack.
Yeah.
It's multi-purpose.
Not because they lasted forever.
Oh.
Multi-purpose.
No. I think he's saying we use them to light our crack, period. They lasted forever.
Or is there a because in there? Read the sentence again.
When I smoked crack, we called them crack lighters because they lasted forever.
Okay.
There you go.
And by the
This is
way,
a former crackhead, so maybe not the best.
And by the way, I think we all know that lighting different things does not make it multi-purpose.
You can light crack, you can light candles.
Like joints, you can like that's not multi-purpose.
You can do
That is
dabs.
one
You
purpose.
can't even smoke heroin with this thing. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
All right. Vince Neil, the legendary voice of Motley Crue, according to my copy, is doing some solo dates before the band goes back out in 2020. He's going to be doing all the Crue hits. January 10th, Vince Neil out at the MGM Northfield Park. So if you want to see him in all his glory, I have tickets for you after the break. 35192 if you want to text or get to us at alancoxshow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Universal Windows Direct Weather Center, WMMS